You started using ChatGPT because you thought it would make your business easier. But now you may have dozens of conversations you cannot find, content ideas you never finished, plan you forgot you created, book notes in one place, client information in another. And every time you start a new chat, you have to explain your business all over again. So instead of feeling more organized, you now have even more information to carry. I know this because I did the same thing. I had been using ChatGPT for months before I realized I was treating it like a very fast knowledge junk drawer. It could give me answers, but it could not tell me which one matters most. It could help me create more ideas, but it could not make sure I completed the right one. Here's the truth. ChatGPT cannot fix a scattered business just because you ask it better questions. In this video, I want to show you the one step most entrepreneurs, experts, and coaches skip before they create another prompt. And once I understood this, the way I used AI completely changed. Hi, I'm Grace Wang. I've been an entrepreneur for 27 years and a four-time Amazon bestselling author. For the past 5 years, I've been helping experienced women turn what they already know into books, authority, and client-attracting assets. Over the past 6 months, I also been building my own AI-powered business operating system and helping other experienced women begin building theirs. On this channel, I will show you how to use books, AI, and experience you already have to create assets that attract clients, generate income, and build a lasting impact. So let's begin with the reason why ChatGPT may be making your business feel more scattered instead of less. Sometimes ChatGPT works too well. You ask for ideas and it gives you 10. You ask for a plan and it gives you one in seconds. You ask for content and it creates a month of posts. Let me tell you, you probably like me for a moment. You feel productive. You think this is amazing. I can do so much with it. Then you close that conversation. The next day, you open another chat. You ask another question, you get another useful answer. A few weeks later, you have created more information than your business can actually use. Before AI, the problem may have been the idea took too long to create. Now, the problem is that ideas are almost unlimited. But unlimited ideas do not create a clear business or income. From my own experience, more ideas can actually make your decisions harder. Which idea matters? Which projects comes first? What supports your current offer? What should you save? What should you ignore? And what should you finish this week? That's why I say a faster junk drawer is still a junk drawer. The danger is not that ChatGPT gives you nothing. The danger is that it gives you so much that you mistake information for progress. An outline is not a finished book. A list of content ideas is not a client attracting content system. A business plan hidden inside an old chat is not an operating business. And a useful answer has very little value if you cannot find it, use it, or connect it to what you are building. When I started using AI seriously, I could immediately see the possibilities. I have been an entrepreneur for 27 years. I could use AI to help me think through content offers, client work, books, projects, and decisions. But I noticed something very uncomfortable. I was producing more, yet I was still carrying the business in my head. I still had to remember where everything was. I still had to explain my audience, offers, and priorities over and over. That was the moment I realized I did not have a prompting problem. I had a business organization problem. ChatGPT is a powerful tool, but a tool and a system do two different jobs. A tool answers a request. A system helps the business know what belongs where. What matters now, what has already been decided, and what should happen next. Think about a successful company. A company does not run well because it owns good software. It runs well because people know the goal, the priorities, and responsibilities, the rules, and how work moves forward. ChatGPT does not automatically create that structure for you. It can support the structure, it can strengthen it, but it cannot replace it. Imagine opening ChatGPT on a Tuesday morning and knowing exactly where to begin. You are not searching through old conversations. You are not trying to remember where you decided last week. Your marketing work has one home. Your book project has another one. Your client work is organized separately. Your current priority is clear, and when you ask AI for help, it already understands the context of the work. At the end of the day, you can close the computer without carrying every unfinished thought into dinner, family time, and sleep. That is the difference between using ChatGPT and building an AI powered way of working. Before ChatGPT can become truly useful in your business, it needs three things. First, it needs business context. ChatGPT needs to understand your business, not just your title, not one sentence copied from your website. It needs to know who you help, what problem you solve, what you sell, what your current priorities are, how you want to sound, what you believe, and what you do not do. Without that context, ChatGPT fills the gaps with general assumptions. That's why the answer can sound polished but still feel generic. It may be correct, but it does not feel like you. Second, it needs one clear priority. This is where many experienced women struggle. They don't lack ideas, they have too many good ideas. A book, a workshop, a new offer, a course, a speaking topic, a content series, a website, a YouTube channel. AI can help with all of them. But that doesn't mean all of them deserve your attention right now. Ask yourself, what is the one result I'm trying to create in the next 30 or 90 days? When ChatGPT does not know your priority, it becomes an idea machine. When it knows your priority, it can become a decision support tool. The third thing ChatGPT needs is an organized home. Your business has different parts of work: marketing, sales, client deliver, book development, projects, CEO decisions. Even if you are the only person in your business, you are already doing the work of several departments. But when everything lives inside one long ChatGPT conversation, the information gets mixed together. Your marketing work needs its own home. Your client work needs its own home. Your book ideas need their own home. Your important business decisions need their own home. You don't need to build something complicated. You simply need to stop asking one conversation to hold your entire business. That's what changed for me. I stopped opening ChatGPT and asking, what else can you help me create? Instead, I began asking, what part of my business am I working on? What have I already decided? What needs to be completed next? What shift led me to organize my business into clear departments? It gave me ideas, projects, content, clients, and decisions a place to belong. And after building this for myself, three women joined me to begin building their own AI starter systems. They didn't join because they needed more random prompts. They joined because they know their expertise is valuable, but the business around that expertise still feels scattered. Before you ask ChatGPT to help with your business, ask yourself three questions. The first question is, what business result am I trying to complete? Do not begin with, what can ChatGPT create for me? Begin with, what am I trying to finish? Don't ask, give me a book idea. Ask, help me choose the one book idea that supports my current offer. Don't ask, give me content ideas. Ask, help me create one video that attracts the right woman to my current offer. Here's what I've learned: completion creates more value than endless creation. The second question is, what does ChatGPT needs to know before it can help me well? That may include your audience, offer, objective, voice, examples, boundaries, and past decisions. A better answer usually begins with a better context, not a more clever prompt. The third question is, where will this answer live and what will I do with it? Will it become a video, a book chapter, a client document, a workshop, a saved business decision, a task for this week? If you don't know where the answer belongs, you may not need it, because you don't need more information just to feel productive. You need useful information connected to a real decision, project, or asset. An AI powered business operating system shouldn't replace your thinking, it shouldn't replace your experience. It shouldn't make every important decision for you, and it shouldn't manufacture a voice that isn't yours. Your experience is the source. Your judgment is a filter. AI is a support. AI should help you organize and activate what you know. It should help you remember decisions, prepare ideas, create outlines, and turn scattered knowledge into useful assets. But you are still the CEO, and that matters now more than ever, because AI can create more information in seconds. But information alone is becoming less valuable. Your lived experience, judgment, proven methods, trust, and ability to guide people are becoming more valuable. The goal is not to have more conversations with ChatGPT. The goal is to build a business that can actually use those conversations. So before you create another prompt, remember, ChatGPT is a powerful tool, but it cannot replace business context, clear priorities, and an organized place for your work to go. If your expertise is valuable but your business still feels scattered, comment the word system below. I will share more about how I help experienced women set up ChatGPT correctly and build their first working AI business department. And tell me this in the comments. What feels most scattered in your business right now? Your ideas, content, clients, projects, or knowing what to work on first?